As people are jumping on, I'm going to give you a reminder that Tuesday, January 4th, is when our new, I wanted to flip this. Let me flip this the other direction. So you're not reading backwards. There we go. So on Tuesday, January 4th, our new January to June mini catalog debuts. That morning, I will have a catalog walkthrough. I'm not allowed to show you the inside of the catalog until it goes live on January 4th, but I'll do a catalog walkthrough, point out some new favorite products, that sort of thing. And then also our celebration, our biggest promotion of the year, begins January 4th and goes through February 28th. And we have 9 different products in here that you can earn free. You can get free exclusive celebration products with qualifying orders of $50 or $100. You can get an exclusive host stamp set, which I'll be using today. When you host a party or private class, whatever, and your sales get to $300 or more, or some people purchase that much and are able to get that. But my friend Joyce had one with the last celebration, had a virtual party to get the free exclusive stamp set and just for hosts. And she loves it. And this is another great one full of wonderful sentiments that I'll be using today. And then also, you can get 2 free stamp sets when you join my team. And that's in addition to the regular joining promotion where you can choose $125 of product and you pay $99 plus tax and it all ships free. And then on top of that, you get to choose 2 stamp sets from either our annual catalog or the new mini catalog. And that all begins Tuesday, January 4th. We have just a few days left to purchase anything you want from the mini catalog. Please note that as of a few weeks ago, when the retired list for this was published, or the last chance list, all of those products are available while supplies last only. So some of them have sold out. But one thing I want to point out to you in this catalog is there are some products that will carry over. However, when they carry over, they will not be at the bundle price. One of those is on page 18, Christmas Season. That stamp set and die bundle, both of those products will carry over, but you'll have to order them at the individual with individual item numbers. They will no longer be bundled. And when products are first released and bundled, you are getting a 10% off both of those products by using the bundled item number. So there is a savings on those. If you want to get them now with that savings, you have to order those by January 3rd, because when they carry over, the bundle price, discounted price will be gone. Same thing for Christmas to Remember bundle on page 19. So 18 and 19. A couple other things I wanted to point out. And this was a pretty popular one as well. The Peaceful Deer bundle will carry over, but again, it will not be at the bundled price. You'll have to purchase the stamp set and the punch separately, and you won't save that 10% purchasing it as a bundle. So again, if you like those bundles, please do it before January 3rd. Same thing for our very, very, very popular Penguin Place bundle. You will see this coming back in the 2022 holiday mini catalog. However, the bundle price will be gone. So if you love it and haven't gotten it yet, and you are thinking about waiting till next season, you may want to purchase it now to get that 10% savings on both of the products. And I believe there was one other I was going to comment on. Here's another. This will return in our 2022 holiday mini catalog. It is the Merriest Moments bundle. And again, the bundle will not be offered at a discount. You'll have to purchase the separate Merriest Moments stamp set and the Merriest Frames hybrid embossing folders separately. The other thing, and I thought I had the page marked, so those are the 4 bundles that you will see again. 2 carry over and 2 will become part of our 2022 holiday catalog. But if you want the bundle price, order by January 3rd. Otherwise, you do not get that 10% discount. And finally, I wanted to make a note of this for you. The Stars Are Shining bundle. The stamp set is retiring. However, the punch will carry over. So I just want to let you know, if you love that punch, the punch is carrying over. We will see that again. However, if you want the stamp set to go with it, and I'm not even sure if it's still available or not, or if the supply has been sold out, but that punch is carrying over as well. So just a couple of things to help you save money if you are interested in those other 4 bundles. Now I'm going to flip my camera around to my workspace, and I'm going to show you a couple of different ways, a few different ways that you can cut our 4x6 Abstract Beauty Designer Series paper to make quick and easy cards. So it's sort of like mini one-sheet wonders. While I'm flipping my camera around, please do share this live video. Welcome everyone to Stamp and Piece with Mary Nave. I'm so glad you're here. Happy New Year's Eve, the last day of December, the last day of 2021. Many of you are probably saying good riddance to this year. But it's always nice to look back on the past year at all the wonderful things that have happened and take place, and then to kind of think ahead towards the new year. Oh, I pulled that too close now. Let's see if I can get that right. There we go, that's better. So happy New Year's Eve, whatever you're doing today, whether you're going out or staying home, please enjoy the holiday, have fun, and be safe. Today's projects, today's cards, feature the Abstract Beauty 4x6 Designer Series paper. It's been a long time since we've had any 4x6 papers in our product inventory or product collection. And this has a wide range of colors in it: Balmy Blue, Basic Black, Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Just Jade, Magenta Madness, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Pumpkin Pie, and Basic White. And here's a look at all of the different papers in this collection. Lots of fun, vibrant colors. Some pastels mixed in there, lots of black and whites, gold accents, and just some fun patterns and prints. And I'll be using some of those today. You might have recognized a few of these from my Facebook Live, I believe a week or so, maybe a week and a half ago, on the pocket cards. And that was posted to my blog today. So you can take a look at that at stampandpiece.com. And I'm also going to be using one of our celebration stamp sets, Special Moments. This is the one that hosts can earn with a $300 purchase, or I should say earn free with a $300 purchase, or host a Stampin' Up! Party or private class or workshop. I can do that for you in person or virtually. And when sales reach $300 or more, you will get this free. And it's a wonderful stamp set filled with just great sentiments, and a wide variety of sentiments to use for so many different reasons. Alrighty, I'm going to set these aside for now. Bring in my paper trimmer, and the first card I'm going to make, I've got a piece of card base cut with Just Jade cardstock, and it measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and I've scored it at 5 1/2 for my card base. I've got basic white 5 1/4 by 4 inches. For the inside, just set that there. For the inside of the card, I won't be stamping on the inside, so I am going to go ahead and adhere it now. Of course, if you want to stamp an image or sentiment on the inside of the card, stamp first and then adhere that cardstock to the inside of your card. Now, this first card sketch or card layout is very, very easy. I'm taking my 4-inch by 6-inch piece of Abstract Beauty Designer Series paper, and I'm cutting it at 5 1/4 inches. So in other words, I'm cutting off 3/4 of an inch from the one end. So now I have 5 1/4 by 4 inches, a standard size card layer, and I'm going to add that to the front here. So this is going to give you a few quick and easy mini one-sheet wonders or card sketches to use with our 4x6 Designer Series paper. Then that 3/4 inch strip, I'm just going to place here at the bottom. Now you could place it at the top if you wanted to. You could put it at an angle, do whatever you like. And maybe that will depend on the sentiment you choose to stamp or any other image you would choose to stamp. This piece of cardstock measures 3 inches by 1 inch. I'm going to trim one end with the Banner's Pick-a-Punch. Don't you love this one? It's one of my favorites. Banner's Pick-a-Punch. And then I'm going to stamp a sentiment with the Magenta Madness, which is one of my coordinating colors here. At first I was going to do Just Jade, and I thought I wanted something a little brighter. Or you could do the Mango Melody, whatever. You know what? On my sample I did Magenta Madness. Maybe I should pull in the Mango Melody for this one. Let's change it up a bit. Let's see here. And I think I read that right. Mango Melody's in there. Oh, no, it's pumpkin pie. It's pumpkin pie. So I'm going to, where is my stamp set? I'm going to use this stamp. Where is it? Just a card to say you're amazing. Isn't that a great card? A great sentiment to send to somebody, kind of as an alternative to thinking about you, or just a note, or hello. I love that. Because it is a photopolymer stamp set, it's always best if you put your cardstock on our Stampin' Pierce mat, or perhaps the foam mat from your Stamparatus. It just helps get a better stamped image. Oh, okay, I just inked this up not too long ago, and as you can see, the ink has not been spread evenly. So let me do that now. That's not a good thing, is it? So let's try again. Spread this ink around more evenly. And I will try again on the reverse side. Actually, let me try on a piece of scrap paper first. So there you go. That's so much better. So that's why it's so important when you're re-inking to spread that ink, okay? So I'll take that mistake of mine and use that as a, I know it still looks like I need a little more ink, but I'm going to let that go. Yeah, my mistakes can be a teaching opportunity, right? And I'll add this with my dimensionals. And then I'm going to finish it off here. This one I'm going to finish off with some gold shimmer ribbon. The sample used our denim ribbon that you'll find in our January-June mini catalog. And after this Facebook Live, I will be giving away some of the cards I'm making here during the live. So hang on for our word or phrase of the day, the live. And really, you know, I'm showing you this with our new 4x6 abstract beauty paper, but you could cut down your any of your 12 by 12 papers to 4x6 and then cut off that 3/4 inch strip to make 6 cards. So one 12 by 12 with the same layout would give you 6 cards. Just an FYI. Okay, so there's those. Now let's move over to this. For this one, I'm going to cut this down to 5.5 inches, 5.5. So I have this little 1/2 inch strip left. It's got Blushing Bride on the back. Okay, and if you had cut the other end, you would have gotten the Night of Navy on the back. But the other side is super fun too, isn't it? And then I'm going to cut this in the vertical position at 2 inches. So now I have 2 strips that are 2 inches by 2 inches by 5.5 inches. And I'm going to use these to make 2 cards. So I've cut 2 pieces of gold foil, and these measure 5.5 by 2 1/4. And I just want to adhere the DSP so that it's centered on that piece of gold foil paper. Whoops. Just like that. I have 2 Night of Navy card bases. So my plan is I would just add my strips like this. I don't know if I'll use that. Hang on to that one. So let me add these to the 2 card fronts. And then I'll have you help me pick a sentiment for each of these. And you can see with the first card sketch I did, there was no waste of your DSP. With the second card sketch, if I choose not to use this 1/2 inch strip, there's very little DSP, or very little waste of the DSP. And of course, I have basic white cardstock cut to 5 1/4 by 4 inches for the inside of each of these. So let's choose a sentiment. I will be stamping with Night of Navy. Also, Misty Moonlight would work. Both of these, in this paper, you'll see both shades, Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy. So help me pick a sentiment here. What do you see that you really, really like? Anybody? I'll give you a few seconds, and the first two different sentiments I'll use on these two cards. Where would I be without a friend like you? Ooh, love it. And with sympathy. Okay. Where would I be without a friend like you? And oh, that's amazing. Where's with sympathy? Oh no, that was it. Yes. Okay, so for without a friend like you, I want to see if that will fit on this punch. And it does. It could also fit on that punch. Either direction, really. I think I'll use the everyday label punch for the friend sentiment. So I've got a piece of white cardstock. Yay, Kathy, you'll be back to cards. I love hearing that. Again, because we're using a photopolymer stamp set, I'm pulling out my Stampin' Pierce mat. I really don't need it for the surface that I'm working on, but I like to remind you, because a lot of people work on maybe a harder, like hardwood surface or something like that, a linoleum, whatever. So having that little bit of cushion really helps. So use a Stampin' Pierce mat, $5, or also the, what's it called? The foam mat for your Stamparatus also works really, really well. I don't remember the price of that, the foam mat. But it is in the annual catalog. Both of these are in the annual catalog. Okay, so there's one. I think that'll be awesome. Now I could use the same punch for this, but let me take a look and see if there's something else I would rather use. Whoops. I wonder how this will fit. Let's use this one. This is the tailored tag punch. Again, I'm stamping with the Night of Navy ink. You know what? I need to stamp up a little bit higher so I'm not cutting off. So I have it centered without cutting off the bottom part of the punch shape. There, that's better. So that's the tailored tag punch. Both of these I'm going to add with dimensionals. Who uses dimensionals as often as I do? There are very few cards I make that don't have dimensionals. And when I do, they're typically the simple stamping cards, just stamp, ink, and paper. But I always like to pop up sentiments or anything else, sometimes different shapes or images. And this one for sure needs a little bling. I'm not sure if I want bling on this one, but I'm going to show you something different for that. So on here, I'm going to pick up a couple of gilded gems with my take your pick tool, maybe. There we go. I'm going to put them right on the curved part of the label. I think maybe I need this tip for these big embellishments. Oh yes, I like the way that turned out. A little bow would be cute too. You could do all kinds of things to embellish that. And then for the other one, remember that 1/2 inch strip of DSP we had left? I'm going to add that to the second card. I'm going to cut it in half. And there's a couple of things I could do. I could fold it and just do something like this and tuck that right under like that. Maybe put a little embellishment there. I could punch the end, make it smaller, and punch a banner cut and stick it right under this part of the label. I could do it this way and trim both ends and do something like that, or even like this, or underneath. I think that's what I'm going to do, but I do want these shorter. So the first thing I'm going to do is snip to make them a little shorter. I'm not even measuring, just kind of doing it, eyeballing it. And then I'm also going to cut them both at an angle. And before I adhere them to the card, I'm just going to adhere them together so that I have this little part here. And I think I can do that really easily with a glue dot. How many of you love the Abstract Beauty Designer Series paper? It's a little different working with the 4x6 size, but that's why I wanted to do this live for you today. And I think I'll add it just like that. So we do still get a little bit of embellishing. So now this is all the waste I have from my 4x6 piece of Designer Series paper, and I got 2 cards out of it. Alrighty, and next, I'm using this black and white and gold print, and I'm going to, let me think about this a second. I am cutting these to 1 3/4 inches. So with my DSP in a horizontal or landscape position, I'm going to cut 1 3/4 inch strips. So I have this piece left, and then I'm going to take all 3 of my 1 3/4 inch strips and cut at 1 3/4 inch again. So I'll have 6 1 3/4 inch squares. Got these little pieces left as well. Oh, I guess I didn't show you the back side. It's just like black splatter. So with 4 of these, I'm going to, oops, I'm not sure if I always like to match them up if I can. Now I'm like, I think I mixed those up when I was doing that. Let's see if I can get it real fast. That goes like that, I think. No, maybe not. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, what did I do? Not quite sure. Oh, I stacked them instead of pulling off the tops. That's what I did. So here's what I need to do. And again, this really is not important. If you're a little bit anal like I am, you can go ahead and lay it out just as it was, but again, not necessary. So now I want to add these to my card front in a square shape with all 4 of them. So I'm going to use a piece of black cardstock, Whoops. And for this, I'm going to cut a square that is 3 3/4 inch by 3 3/4 inch. When I post this video replay to my blog with the supply list and everything, I will include the written dimensions for your cutting. And for this, I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue. The reason being is I want to make sure that I have even borders around all sides of all 4 squares. So if I add some multi-purpose glue and don't press it down hard just yet, I'll be able to slide them around a bit if I need to. And when I'm doing this, I'm going to put this white behind it so you can see it better. I like to start on the outside edges. And I know if I get all those outside edges lined up pretty good, then it's easy making sure I have the center edges or center borders even. But do you see how that multi-purpose glue gives me the opportunity to slide these around until I feel everything is completely even? And then I have cut 2 pieces of white, and these measure 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And the reason I cut them that way instead of our usual 5 1/4 by 4 inches is because I have this real narrow border of black, and I wanted to have the same for my card front, a narrow border of black showing rather than a wider border all the way around. But if you're more comfortable cutting the other, that works too. I just got a smudge there. Actually, I think it's adhesive that I could rub off, but this way I know I can cover it. Yep, that's a little bit of adhesive, but I'll be able to cover it up here. All right, so tell me, oh, I have this one for the inside, and this, I also cut 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 to match the one on the front. So before I adhere this and add my extra little piece, let's choose a sentiment. Any thoughts on the sentiment I should use? Hi, Marilyn, and thanks so much for sharing. To all of you that shared this live video, I appreciate it very, very much. I'll put it up a little closer. Oh, too close? Any sentiments you want to see me use? Hang in there. I love that one. Hang in there. It's a great way to just offer somebody a little bit of support for whatever they might be going through. And for now, I'm just going to place this right here and kind of estimate. Now I could put my sentiment right in the center of the white space. I could scoot it over to one side or the other as well. I'm actually going to make a tab right here. And this, I believe, where is it? Is 1/2 inch wide. So it's going to fit right, oops, might be too small. Actually, it's too small to slide in there. So I'm just going to cut it with my paper snips. So to cut a banner end, I cut right up the center, just a little slit. Can you see that? And then I go from the left corner to the top of that slit and the right corner to the top of that slit. There. Not perfectly even, is it? Let me try again. There, that's better. And I will just add it like that. So I'm going to adhere this to the back, and then I'll put the whole square on my card front. So it's just another way to use one of the leftover pieces, one of the scraps from what you cut. Oh, I should have stamped before I adhered, right? Where's my black? Here it is. But this is photopolymer, so I feel pretty safe that I can get this on here straight. But it is always better to stamp before you adhere. Oh, good. I like the way that turned out. Oops, let me close this up. I've got a couple ink pads open, not good. Close those up. So what do you think? Happy with that? Jean, I appreciate that. Being creative and an awesome teacher. Marcia says, so pretty, she loves it. Looks great, doesn't it? Here is my sample card. I actually just took a little bit larger piece from here and used that as my tab and put a gold gilded gem there. And I think we could use a little bling on this one too. So how about if we go ahead and add one of the gilded gems to this as well, right there. Of course, you could do, you know, a bow from gold trim or a black ribbon. You can do all kinds of things. But I think it turned out great. So like I said, there's my first and the second. And then let's play with these, okay? Because now we have these left over, and I don't like to waste. I don't know about you, but I don't like to waste. So my thought is, where's my, here it is. So I have a black card base. And then I have these, and I thought, what could I do? Something like that. I've got this piece, I've got these. And of course we can do a, we'll want to add a sentiment. So my first thought is, let's mount these on black cardstock. And let's see, so this is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. I could do 2 inches by 2 inches for each of those. So again, from this one sheet of black, white, and gold DSP, we'll be making 2 cards, but the 2 cards will be different. Oh, Jean, you're so funny. You're out shopping, but you had to take a break and sit in the car to watch. Ah, I love it. I'm taking that as a big compliment. It is fun to watch live because I for one enjoy when you all are interacting, but please know that all of the live videos do get shared permanently to this page, and then they also end up a few days later on my blog, stampandpiece.com, and also my YouTube channel, Stamp and Piece with Mary Nabe. So there are lots of opportunities if you do miss it. Now I'm thinking let's do something like this. I don't know about this piece. Any suggestions here, my friends? I also have these yet. Don't know if I'll use those. Ooh, this could also go on the inside, right? Maybe we should do that. So for this card, because I created a larger border around each of my squares, I want the larger border around my white cardstock. So I have a little more of that black cardstock showing. So this piece I'm going to use for the inside of the card. And of course, it can be at top or bottom. This time I'm going to put it at the top. I usually go the bottom, but this time, oops, I'm out of the frame. This time I'm going to add it to the top. But it's just a fun little something to decorate the inside of your card with. Kind of like a little added surprise to your handmade card. And I'm thinking I like the flowers on top. And I'm thinking with these, cut one tab coming down from each square. Flag cut the tab. Oh, love it. Okay. Black border. Okay, awesome. Beth Jones, when you say flag cut, are you talking the banner cut, that V cut, or are you talking just a diagonal cut? And I want, while I'm waiting for that answer, how about if one of you suggests a sentiment to use, the banner cut. Okay, you got it, Beth. I like to choose the sentiment before I finish the card off, because that may, the sentiment I choose may determine how I finish the card off in terms of spacing and where to place the sentiment, that sort of thing. Anybody have a different sentiment that they want to see me use? Marcia says, congratulations. Yes, big congratulations. And that could go for a lot of different occasions. Let me pull off one. Oops, that got awfully messy. Pull off one stamp. There's big congratulations. And this time I'm remembering to stamp before I adhere my cardstock. I like it like this. And then if we have, I'll cut these, but we'll have tabs hanging down a little bit. Maybe one, not sure. And then let's do it like this. Tab hanging down from each. I think the congratulations could go right in the center there. What do you think? And did you notice too that really any of these sentiments in the special moment stamp set would work with all of these cards? It's really a super versatile stamp set. And I would love to help you earn it for free. So please contact me and we'll set something up either virtually or in person. Lots of fun. Here's my punch. Oh wait, these are it's too small. I just did that before, didn't I? So I'm going to cut these both together. Up the center. So if you don't have the banner punch, here's an alternate way to cut your banner ends. Or in this case, if it's just too short to hold onto when you put it in there, this works great too. So I'm going to add each of these with a little adhesive. Pull it down a little bit. I also think this top square that'll pop up. The back square I'm going to adhere flat, but the other one I think I'll pop up with dimensionals. And remember, these card sketches for the 4x6 Designer Series paper are just a few. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I'm sure many of you could come up with some designs of your own, and you'll probably see me doing more in the future as well. So this is just the tip of the iceberg, we'll say. Possibilities are endless. Oh, what do you think of that? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, I do want to add a little embellishing, but I want to do something different than just put a gilded gem on the little banner. So let's take a look and see what I have here. No, those stars are left from the Halloween suite. Ooh, these could be fun. Oh, these would be fun too. I think I'm going to go with these. Or maybe the clear. You can help me decide. So either the clear dots, and I'm thinking, where's my, take your pick tool so you can show you what I mean. I'm going to want to put one here, here, and here. So I'll have 3 embellishments that kind of frame out this corner. So I'm not liking the silver with the gold, but I'm thinking either 3 of these clear circles or the black. Oh, Joan Sheffy, a gold butterfly. I did not think of that. Let's see, I've got a stash here with some, here they are, with some new product in. Ooh, that's a good choice too. I had not thought about that. You know, I think we can do both. And this is how we're going to do it. I say we, you know, really it's me, right? I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, just like I said I wanted to do. Oh, not quite even. Let me pull this one out a little bit and this one down a little bit. There, I think that's better. And then I'm going to use one of these brushed brass butterflies. I wonder if I want it, do I want it on the flower? Or I think I want it right up here. Just like that. And actually, I'm going to add 2 small ones too. I'm loving these brushed brass butterflies. It's a mouthful to say, but I do love them. As you can see, I've already used half the pack, and the catalog hasn't gone live yet. So that was a fun way to use 2 different kinds of embellishments. So what do you think? Let me lay all of these out. And how many cards was that? 5? Oh, you guys are getting spoiled, but I'm giving away 5 cards today. Okay, let's see what we made. That 4. No, we made 5. We made 5. Yes, we did, because we made these 2 together. So as I showed you, with 1 sheet of 4x6 DSP, cut off a 3/4 inch strip, and you can make this card sketch or this layout. With this one, I cut a 1/2 inch off the bottom, and then lengthwise, I cut 2 inches. And that, Joan says, go ahead and spoil you. I will. I will. That made me laugh. Yes, that made me laugh. I lost my train of thought now. But cutting the DSP that way, you get 2 cards. You can make 2 cards, and you still have a little bit left over that you can make this fun little banner or flag. And then with this last one, I cut squares 1 3/4 inch by 1 3/4 inch. And I used the 4 squares on one card and 2 on the other, flipping one to the back side. I used the little 1/2 inch tabs. There were 3 1/2 inch tabs, and I used each of those. And then on this last one, I used the final strip on the inside. So no waste of DSP on this one, no waste of DSP to make these cards. And with this one, we had just those tiny little bits, maybe 1/2 inch by 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches at the most. So very, very little waste. So there are some quick and easy 1-sheet wonders for your 4x6 Abstract Beauty Designer Series paper. Keep in mind, you can cut any of your 12x12 or even your 6x6 down to a 4x6 piece to make these. Alrighty. In order to have your name thrown into the drawing for one of these cards, please type in the comments Abstract Beauty. That's the name of the Designer Series paper pack. Abstract Beauty. Okay. And how many of you have plans for New Year's Eve? We were, even when I was married and raising kids, ours was always a stay at home and party kind of thing. We would have snacks or appetizers, some drinks, and play games, movies, that sort of thing. It's just Emily and I today. Andrea's been down with the flu this week, so she and John are staying home. And I told Emily she could invite their dad over, Andrea and Emily's dad, Peter. And I guess he's working. So it'll just be Emily and I tonight. We're staying in at 3:30. We're going to be watching the Alabama UC game. Our family lived in Cincinnati for 17 years. Emily is finishing grad school for physical therapy at the University of Cincinnati right now. She'll graduate in end of April. So tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, 3:30, we are cheering for the UC Bearcats. And I know many of my friends in Cincinnati will be glued to the TV and cheering on that Ohio team. And then tomorrow, Ohio State plays at 5. So yeah, we're just staying home and going to eat some snacks and watch football and just kind of have a quiet evening, probably turn on a movie tonight. But whatever you are doing, I hope that this New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, that you will be surrounded with family and friends and happiness and love. I thank you for helping me have a great 2021, both personally and professionally. And I look forward to you being a part of my 2022. So have a good night, have a good weekend, and I will see you Monday at 11 a.m. And don't forget, if you want to be in the drawing to win one of these cards, you need to comment now, Abstract Beauty, which is the name of that DSP featured. All right, everybody, goodbye and Happy New Year.